Hello, I am Dr. Akshay Singh, and today we are going to talk about this amazing book called The Protest Psychosis. Now, this book basically talks about the psychiatry scene in America between 1920s and 1960s and 70s. The writer has gone back to one of the greatest institutes for criminally insane and has unearthed their records. What he finds is that a lot of men who were labeled psychopathic personality or other things in the past were suddenly labeled schizophrenic in 1950s, and a majority of these men were African American. Lot of factors emerge. First, the confusing language of DSM at that point. Second, the entire political climate. Third, the media. A lot of very interesting conversations are there where we talk about how the fact that they were African and American created a split, and could that split be called schizophrenia? In fact, you hear a lot of slogans where people have said that being schizophrenic is necessary for African Americans because they have to be very cautious of the white population. It talks about the entire outlook of not just psychiatrists at that point, but also the general population, about resistance, about standing up to the government, standing up to authority, standing up for what's right, and how all of these things were looked at: hostility, agitation, delusions. Overall, this is a very interesting book, especially if you're into the history of psychiatry. You will need a little bit of background information, but you will need a lot of information about race and the fight for equality in America to read this book.